want to say some brief words about Psalm 13, a sort of classical lament psalm. It does come with a superscription. It is for the chief musician, or lemnatseach in Hebrew, a psalm of David. And it opens with the classical lament formula, how long? How long is a rhetorical feature of lament that it's like hearing a song kick up in E minor. You know, if you're musical at all, you know that if a song starts in an E minor, this is not going to be a happy song. There is sadness immediately that it comes to your mind. You see how long, and that is a lament formula that you find. So look at the text quickly in verse 1. How long, Yahweh? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart every day? How long shall my enemy triumph over me? Behold, answer me, Yahweh, my God. Give light to my eyes, lest I sleep in death. Lest my enemy say I prevailed against him. Lest my adversaries rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your loving kindness. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to Yahweh because he has been good to me. You remember those individual features of lament that we talked about with invocation, doxology, complaint, petition, all those things that you have, the affirmation of trust. Most of those found in here, if not all of them found in here. But does have one feature here that I also thought was interesting. Apart from the rhetorical feature, how long? And by the way, you can see that throughout the text. Oftentimes God looks back to the world and asks the question, how long? God is actually lamenting the way humanity is behaving. So that phrase, how long, it's an important one because you can find it a lot of places throughout the Old Testament. But also notice why the psalmist is wanting to be saved here. Lest I sleep in death, lest my enemy say I prevailed against him. This is sort of a common feature among lament. Very often the singer in a lament psalm will try to, Psalm 6 does this as well, try to tell God that they need to be saved because if they die, then either there's one less person to praise. That's what Psalm 6 does. Psalm 13, my enemy will think he's right. God's relationship to Israel is very much patron-client, and it is very much within this ancient Near Eastern culture of honor and shame. That's something we also miss culturally sometimes. This is very much honor-shame language that's going on here. The psalmist is basically saying that if God doesn't do something, God's going to look bad. His enemy's going to think he's right, and we know his enemy's not right. God, you've got to protect your reputation. You've got to get on this. You've got to save me. So it's not just in my interest that I'm delivered here. It's your best interest that I am delivered here. Very often that appeal to honor and honor your responsibilities is the way that the psalmist will say this. Dennis Tucker did some work on honor shame. Dennis teaches at Truett Seminary in Waco. And did a lot of work on the honor-shame language that you get in the psalm, where you see the psalmist crying out for God to actually honor his responsibility as the patron here and protect. Otherwise he's going to look bad. But a couple of features of lament that I just wanted to highlight briefly before we went any further.